everyone, it's Joset here filling in for Technique Friday with Els. Today I'll be showing you how to create a fun summer card featuring the summer drink die set. So this is the card that I'll be creating today, and here are the dies that I'll be using. I'll be using the summer drink die set, the circle background die set, the dashing circles die set, and I'm also using the Beach Sentiments clear stamps. So first I'm going to start with creating the summer drink, and I already cut my pieces here. I'll be using the 100 lb white soft finish cardstock and acetate as well. So for the drink I'm going to use the Tumbled glass distress ink, and I'm just going to color one completely solid, and with circular motions I'm going to add some color here, kind of just on the outside of the glass. Just here. And then I also die cut another one, and from this one I'm just going to cut off the top part. You can see an embossed line, so just take my fine pointed scissors and I just cut off that little top of the rim, because I'm going to adhere that on later to create an extra dimension. And then this part I'll color as well with the Tumbled glass. Okay. And then, as you can see on the card, I used a bit of acetate here to make it look like a real glass. And I cut out this middle part. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. I can take my tweezers and I just poke a little hole, and then I take my fine pointed scissors again, and you can see there's an embossed line as well, so I'll just follow that line and then okay, so there we go. And I also cut one drink glass of acetate, and from this one I'm going to cut off the top of the glass, the rim, and just the handle, because we don't really need that part. And then I use Glossy accent to adhere the acetate, or to glue the acetate on the back of this glass. So just around the edges I add a bit of Glossy accent, and then I just stick this on top. Now we're going to have this, let this dry. So now you have your drink glass, and as I mentioned earlier, to create some extra dimension it's nice to put the rim on top of here, so I can just a bit of Glossy accent here too. And then I'll glue this on top. So just set this aside to dry. So now there's also a little piece that comes out when you die cut the glass, and this one I'm going to color with the Tumbled glass as well. and we'll adhere that on later. And then there's also the ice cubes. We'll color those as well. 3 little ice cubes. Okay. And now it's time to start my lemons. And I'm using the twisted citron for that one. And in the set, you can see there's a whole lime or an orange and then a half piece. So I cut 2 wholes and 2 halves, and those are the solid ones. And on the overlay, for the overlay I put clear double-sided adhesive on the back already, because it's easier to stick it on later. So first, color these. You can make it a little bit darker on the outside, the circle. Okay. There you go. And this needs to dry first a little bit before we can put the overlay over top. Now I'm going to make the inside of the glass. So this I'm going to color with the twisted citron as well. So it looks like there's the actual drink in the glass as well. So this was left over from the second glass. And for this one, I'm going to cut off just the handle. And I color it as well, maybe a little bit lighter than the actual lemons. Okay. Okay. And I'll let this first dry before I completely finish off my glass. Now I'm going to start working on my background. And this die cuts all these little circles that pop out when you die cut them. And it also creates the background. And I die cut this with the adhesive on the back as well, because then it's easy to add it to my card. I cut a piece of white soft finish cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4, the exact same size as the background die. And now you can either poke all these pieces out first, or sometimes you can just peel off the backing, see here, of the adhesive, and then they come loose as well. So it kind of depends how you want to do it. That works pretty well too. And the circles are always fun to keep. So make sure that all the little pieces are out. And this circle background, I'm just going to adhere right on top of the, okay. And then for the background, I added a few more pieces. I just put them back where they were, just to make it a bit fun. Oh, that's the wrong piece. This one. Let's see, a couple circles, and then one more here. And I notice I didn't stick it on there completely straight, so I'm just going to take my fine pointed scissors to fix it a little bit. Now we have our circle background, and I'm going to adhere it on our card front. I just have a A2 size card, 4¼ by 5½ from the white soft finish cardstock as well. Using the clear double-sided adhesive tape. There we go. And then I also cut a dashing circle. I used the 5th smallest die in the set, and I cut it from the white soft finish as well. And this piece goes in the center of my card front. Okay, and now all the pieces for my summer drink should be dry. So what I do now is I adhere the overlay, so it should be easy. Just peel off the background of the adhesive, and then it just becomes a sticker. It just goes on the center. So now we take the green drink glass, or the part of the green, and I'm going to adhere the pieces in here on top of there. Now I can just use the clear double-sided adhesive tape. So I put the little ice cubes, little ice cubes at the bottom of the glass, and then the limes above. So I use two full limes in the glass, and then 1/2 of the lime for the rim of the glass. So it goes there. Okay, so this is the inside of the glass, and now I take my glossy accent and put a little bit of the glossy accent on the edge here. You can follow the embossed line. You just add a bit of the glue on the outside of the embossed line. And then you place this one over top. And then this one is going to stick on the rim here. And we have that little blue piece that fell out and that we colored. So I'm placing that behind, so where it's supposed to be. Just like this. And then I'll take a little piece of the clear double-sided adhesive tape, and I just stick it down like this. Oh, and then I add a bit more tape. And this one goes in the center of the circle. And then I already stamped the happy summer sentiment on a rectangle piece of white soft finish cardstock measuring 1 1/4 by 2 1/2. I actually used the smallest rectangle from the fitted rectangle die set. So either way you can cut it, or if you have that die you can use that one. And take a small piece of foam adhesive and then your card is finished. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I suggested a couple others that I think you will enjoy as well.